Nothing like fresh onions. Let me show you how to plant onion sets in your backyard garden. Hey guys, it's Daryl, Louisiana Simple Living. First off, I want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers helping me achieve the 1,000 subscriber milestone. Alright, so the topic we're going to talk about today is onions. So I love to have fresh onion, whether I'm cooking with it, whether I'm putting it on a hamburger, whatever the case may be. I just love fresh onions. So I went by Clegg's nursery, which is a local nursery. This is a number of weeks back. He had some onion sets, and that's what I'm going to do is plant today. And according to the LSU Ag Center, anywhere between December 15th and mid-January, we're good to go to plant these onion sets. They'll be ready in about 4 or 5 months. And I do want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's from the Louisiana Simple Living family. Before I forget, now is the time to also start thinking about your spring garden. I highly recommend you checking out my Spring Garden 101 series I did last year. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't as yet. Like this video and feel free to share it. Let's get started. Alright, so just a little information about onions. Onions, shallots, garlic, and leeks are all in the same genus of allium. So there's a lot in common that they have together. And of course, onions in particular can be grown as the bulb, or as you can take the greens like you would with a green onion. Now, if you're wanting to get your onions on bulbs, you want to make sure you... Let me get underneath over here. Onions in particular, you can grow them as a bulb, let them mature, or you can cut the tops off, use them as a green onion. Grow them as bulbs would be best in light, silty, or sandy type of soil. Like with my raised beds, I go in with a fork every season and mix it up, stir it up to keep it loose and friable, so the vegetables do better. If you're in a more clay-like soil, the roots, and especially the bulbs, won't be able to develop as well as they can. Now you want to make sure you got some short day varieties of onion. Bulb formation onions is driven by the day length as well as the temperature. So that's what I mean by a short day versus a long day type of onion. The short day does best down here in the south. So there's 3 basic sets of onions. You got red onions, you got white onions, and you got yellow onions. We're going to go ahead and plant today some red and yellow onions. Now, per the LSU Ag Center, for red onions, the red Creole is a good type of onion to use down here in Zone 9A. For white onions, the crystal wax type is also very good to use down here in the Gulf South. And oftentimes the crystal wax is used as a bunching onion. And there's good choices for the bunching onion, as I mentioned, the crystal wax, and others like the Japanese evergreen white bunch. Yellow onions are also good to grow in our area. Granax 33 and 429, I guess that's a hybrid that the Ag Center is recommending to use for yellow onions. And also, just don't forget, when you go buy green onions at the supermarket, if you save about an inch of the root, and you can go ahead and use the rest in the recipe, but if you leave about an inch of the root, you plant that down in the ground, it will grow up. And as for planting sets, I'm not going to put them all in one area. I'm going to disperse them kind of throughout the garden. One thing that onions in the allium family typically does is it's a good deterrent for pests. So you go ahead and put some onion sets anywhere throughout your garden, and hopefully it'll keep away the bugs. Alright, so those are the ones I got from, I guess that was Clegg's nursery. So you can get them at any of your nurseries, assuming they still have them out. So I just grabbed a bag full of them, and I'm going to go ahead and plant these throughout the garden. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these sets right here where I got a little open spot. I'll put 5 or 6 in here. But you want to go about 1 inch deep, the root down. Poke my finger in, you plant it down, root down, cover it up, about 4 to 6 inches apart. Here comes a red one. Alright, we plant it where we can. We'll go ahead and plant some more here. 1 inch down, 4 to 6 inches apart. Alright, just cover them up. Calamandan oranges. Some zinnias. A pretty butterfly. Swiss chard. That's where I just planted those onion sets. It's gonna rain a lot more. I just got another break real quick. Collard greens, mustard greens on that side. Pepper's still growing good. That's what I'm gonna have to harvest a lot of these. It's time to get back in the garden and start cleaning up. There's the kohlrabi that we planted. If you can look at that, see they have a body that kind of forms up above the ground. Elephant garlic. That was that big huge gourd. I got some here. I took a bunch of them out, and you can just kind of see that's what the gourd looks like. Trying to dodge the rain. That's some celery. There's some lettuce. Those are those Alabama butter beans. Okra. More mustard greens, some radishes, beets, Swiss chard, mustard greens, and peppers. And all along here I need to go and weed some. This is all the brassicas that we planted the other day. I did harvest that one that I had already had. Everything's looking pretty good. My lemon tree. Brown jalapenos. But look at that, you got just some beautiful, beautiful red peppers. We'll go ahead and harvest them. You definitely don't want to let those go bad on the vine. Alright, so I got a little break in the rain. I'm going to go ahead and try to finish up real quick. So thanks for joining me here at Louisiana Simple Living In today. I wanted to do a real short video covering onion sets, planting them. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you can tell, the backyard's still doing well. I still got peppers. I got a lot of things I gotta go ahead and harvest, because Aaron told me that it's supposed to get, the wind chill will get down below freezing here, I think next week. So I need to go make sure I harvest everything that I can, that it'll hurt. I got a lot of peppers I need to harvest. And again, I love onions. I love fresh onions. It's so easy to grow them. Just get you some onion sets, 1 inch down, root down, 4 to 6 inches apart. Good nutrient, composted soil mix, and you can't go wrong. So again, check out that Spring Garden 101 series, and it'll give you all the information you need to know to get a new garden started. And hey, look, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed as yet, please subscribe. That way you don't miss out on all this great content. Feel free to share it as well. Again, I want to share this around, get another 1,000 people, wanting to do a new backyard organic raised bed garden. It does nothing but help you and your family and friends. But make memories now while you can. Make them with your families and friends. Starting to rain, so as always, I will see you on the next video.